New York, NY, November 15th. Head coach Jeff Hornacek of the New York Knicks directs his players in the third quarter against the Utah Jazz at Madison Square Garden on November 15, 2017 in New York City. Photo by Elsa. Getty Images. New York Knicks, who stepped up against the Toronto Raptors on November 22. New York Knicks, who stepped up against the Toronto Raptors on November 22. By Maxwell Ogden. How did the New York Knicks turn what was bordering on a blowout loss into an 8-point victory? Head coach Jeff Hornacek pulled no punches. When the New York Knicks look back on the 2017-18 NBA regular season, they'll likely remember Wednesday night's 108-100 victory over the Toronto Raptors. It was a culture-building performance by the Knicks, which erased an 11-point halftime deficit via a quarter for the ages. For as legendary as New York's third-quarter decimation of Toronto was, one can't help but ponder, what exactly changed between the second and third quarters? New York entered halftime trailing 59-48. All signs pointed towards Toronto securing a second blowout win over the Knicks in just 5 days. Fortunately, with their backs against the wall, the Knicks rallied together and put forth a dominant effort in the third quarter. According to Ian Begley of ESPN New York, that all started when head coach Jeff Hornacek unleashed a furious halftime speech that cut his players deep. "We came in here, we watched film and coach kind of got on me. I really didn't like what was being said," Courtney Lee said. "It was a little explicit. I don't think I can repeat what he said to the media. But we exchanged words and we went from there." Courtney Lee may not have liked what was said, but directly after the halftime speech, New York came out and dominated. The Knicks outscored the Raptors 41-10 during the third quarter, including an awe-inspiring 28-0 run. Lee was as important as anyone, scoring 11 points and creating 4 more with assists to Enes Kanter and Frank Ntilikina. Once Lee brought the Knicks back and tied the game at 62-62. It was Tim Hardaway Jr.'s turn to take over. At Budweiser saw highlights with all the trimmings pic. Twitter.com, 7YYK6 lurk for New York Knicks. At 9 Knicks. November 23, 2017. Hardaway scored 12 of his career-high 38 points in the third quarter, all of which followed Lee's layup that evened the score. Beyond the combined 23 points scored and 6 assists distributed, Hardaway and Lee helped key a smothering defensive display. Scoring 41 points in a quarter can always help, but holding the opposition to a mere 10 points in a full quarter is downright brilliant, considering the Knicks were outscored by a combined 23 points in the other 3 quarters. The dominance in the third can be pinpointed as the source of the victory. We may never know what Jeff Hornacek said to his players, but New York Knicks fans, players, coaches, and critics can all agree that it worked.